to know why I slept with you the first time we met. And the second time as well. I wonder if there will be a third time. Or if the third time was the night you stayed over here.
How old are you? 33. How about you?
Same here. What's so special about a woman in her 30s?
Yeah, what's the appeal? To a man, I mean. True, women in their 30s are under a lot of pressure. If things go wrong, there's no turning back for us.
So why did you choose me? I love you.
Do you believe in love at first sight? My name is Ellen. I'm just an ordinary taxi driver and a single mom to a 10-year-old boy. I thought my life would always be mundane until a twist of fate brought me to him. That night, I was drinking alone at a bar when Mike appeared. He warmly invited me to play a guessing game. I didn't want to be rude, so I couldn't say no. Surprisingly, we were perfectly in sync for two strangers. No matter what Mike asked, I guessed the answer correctly, which immediately drew cheers from the crowd. After the game, I thought that was the end of our story. But fate had other plans pushing us together once again. His gaze, his smile, every move he made drew me in like a magnet. An alcohol-fueled haze of growing tension. Mike suddenly kissed me without warning. My body froze instinctively, but in the next second, as I locked eyes with his captivating liquor-glazed gaze, and saw his handsome face of fire was ignited in my heart. At that moment, all reason was thrown to the wind, and I blurted out something incredibly bold.
My place is out of the question.
Neither is mine.
That night, we shared our first night together in the car, out in the wild. But early the next morning, when the workday began, I realized that life goes on, and I left in a hurry. I didn't even have time to find my shoes. After that, we went our separate ways and never contacted each other again. My life was filled with his shadow always involuntarily. Thinking of his face, remembering his kisses. Thinking of every moment we spent together the next day. I dressed up and went back to that bar hoping to see him once more. Luckily he was there, but this time he was surrounded by beautiful women. I watched him, a wave of inexplicable emotion welling up inside me. Lost in thought, I was suddenly approached by a stranger. I instinctively wanted to see Mike's reaction, but somehow ended up heading to a hotel with him in a daze. When I came to my senses, I felt like I had made a mistake, so I slipped out while he was in the shower. As soon as I got downstairs, I saw Mike leaning against my car, watched me quietly as if he knew all along I had come out, as if he were waiting there just for me.
Hey, last time didn't count. Let's start over, okay?
Not in the car this time.
And so, his studio became the place where we rekindled our passion. Early the next morning, I slowly opened my eyes. My gaze fell upon Mike's face. I realized then that my feelings for him had quietly changed. It felt like a budding sprout in early spring, making me yearn to know more about this man. I got out of bed and decided to look around his studio. What I saw stunned me. The studio was cluttered with takeout bags. Even the pans were rusted, but I didn't mind at all. I just wanted to help him clean up. I went to the supermarket early to pick up a bunch of daily essentials for him. But just as I was about to head inside with the bags, I ran into his landlord. He nearly...
You're looking for Mike, right?
I have some things to give him.
Want me to give them to him?
Alright, thank you.
You're a friend of his, aren't you? Why don't you go in and stay a while?
But I hesitated standing there at the door. I felt uncertain what exactly was my relationship with Mike. Am I just his friend? Or do I have deeper feelings for him? The more I thought about it, the less I knew where I stood. A sense of unease began to creep in. In the end, I decided to leave the things with the landlord to pass on to Mike, and then I just slipped away quietly. Mike heard from his landlord that I had bought him some kitchenware. He immediately drove over to pay me back, chasing me down with the items I'd bought. He stopped me on the street and insisted on returning everything to me. I quickly refused, telling him I just happened to pick them up for him. But Mike wouldn't let it go, insisting that he pay me for them. The way he was acting started to get on my nerve.
Let me pay you back.
You're going to pay me? Oh, I give you a gift, and you want to pay me for it. Then, should I have paid you for last night? Whoa, okay, how could you even say that?
I know, I'll make it up to you next time. Let's just say I bought them all right.
Forget, hey. Let me in.
As Mike and I were arguing, a group of thugs suddenly rushed us, and without a word, they grabbed Mike. Seeing Mike in danger, I didn't hesitate for a second. We called my colleagues and told them to get here now. I grabbed a frying pan and was ready to charge at their leader. But before I could make a move, Mike stopped me. Mike had one of the men in black take out a business card and hand it to me. It turned out he was the CEO of a tech company. Those men were his partners. Seeing me defending him so desperately, Mike finally realized I had truly fallen for him. To avoid any complications, Mike quickly explained that last night was just a fling. His words cut like a knife. It stung my heart deeply. He stood frozen, watching me walk away, his eyes filled with sorrow. He had always been a carefree playboy, but ever since that day, Mike seemed like a man possessed. He was gloomy. Every day, a constant frown on his face. His landlord noticed and couldn't help but offer some advice.
You can't be this carefree forever. One day, you'll find yourself unable to let go. Then you just have to accept your fate.
The landlord's words were like a heavy blow, awakening his heart. The next day, a colleague called saying a client specifically requested me. I rushed to the destination, only to find it was him.
Landlady, let me treat you to dinner. Care to join me?
Sorry, I have to work.
I wanted to refuse. His casual tone actually made me a bit angry, but I couldn't suppress my feelings. In the end, I agreed to dinner. During dinner, the landlord apologized on his behalf and took the initiative to talk about Mike's past.
I'm fine, don't worry about me.
But he's not fine. Let me tell you, you're the first woman he's ever brought home to meet me.
Hearing this, a secret joy surged in my heart. Mike shed his usual reckless persona and spoke earnestly about his dreams. He was like an innocent boy. Watching him, I felt him slowly walking into my heart. After dinner, we strolled through the streets together. I spoke of the city's bustle, the towering skyscrapers, and the endless crowds. I gently rested my head on his shoulder that night. We shared a truly wonderful moment together. The next morning, I woke from my sleep, opened my eyes, and looked around. I found myself lying in a luxurious villa, surrounded by high-end furniture and exquisite decor that left me dazzled. Stepping out of the room, I found Mike had already prepared a lovely breakfast for me. Confused, I questioned Mike, only to realize that this was actually his home. Mike sincerely invited me to move in and live there with him. My heart tightened instantly. I didn't know how to respond, because I have a 10-year-old son, and I worried whether he could truly accept him and love him as his own. Faced with such uncertainty, I flatly refused his offer. I saw the disappointment in his eyes, yet I still chose to walk away. Early the next morning, I went back to Mike's place, determined to tell him everything. I'm not just a woman in her 30s, but also the mother of a 10-year-old boy. I thought he would back away, but Mike's reaction caught me off guard. He didn't mind at all.
Why don't we just give it a try first? And one more thing, I blurted out. I'm actually 35.
And so we began a blissful new life together. Life as a family of 3 was full of joy. However, this tranquility didn't last long. During a family gathering, a cousin happened to mention something. Mike's company was facing bankruptcy. I wanted to ask him about it, but Mike suddenly snapped at me.
What's wrong? Just shut your mouth. There are so many people here.
It was the first time he'd ever lost his temper with me, leaving me hurt and afraid. I only wanted to show I cared, never imagining it would trigger such rage. After the party ended, to save his studio, Mike had to swallow his pride and turn to a female executive for help. However, she seized the opportunity to seduce him, making some inappropriate demands.
How about this? Let's go to the office.
The contract. No need to talk, I'll dictate the terms.
To save the company, Mike was forced to submit, sacrificing his dignity and himself. That day, I happened to be out picking up fares, and I saw Mike walking out of that hotel. The woman even kissed him in public. My heart was instantly consumed by despair and pain. Like being slowly cut by a blunt knife, I fought back my tears, started the engine, and sped right past him, fleeing from the scene that broke my heart. When Mike returned home, he found the house empty, save for the letter and keys I'd left behind. He wanted to chase after me and win me back, but his reason stopped him. He had nothing left and was buried in debt. He didn't want to be a burden to me. So he poured all his energy into his work, trying to get his career back on track. Through sheer persistence, Mike finally achieved massive success and made the front page of every major newspaper, reclaiming everything he had lost. But in his heart, he knew no achievement could replace the true love he'd lost. He decided he had to win my heart back. I was out driving my taxi as usual that day, when I was unexpectedly pulled over by a traffic officer. He asked if I was Ellen. I nodded in confirmation. and he handed me a bouquet of flowers. He said they were for me and hoped I would forgive Mike. I was utterly confused, having no idea what was happening. Soon more and more people began to surround me, all holding flowers.
Thanks, guys. I didn't know the truth until I ran into my landlord.
He told me Mike had shared our love story online, and it touched many people across the internet, so they came from everywhere to plead for Mike's forgiveness. Just then, Mike stepped out of a luxury car. A wave of complex emotions washed over me. Mike sincerely asked for my forgiveness, but I hesitated. I didn't know if he was truly done playing around, or if I was just another pawn in his game again. Driven by a deep sense of insecurity, I chose to let go. Despite still loving him, I was simply too afraid of being hurt again.
Stop playing games.
I'm not playing.
Come back to me.
I can't. Why not?
I just can't tell you citizens not to be so crazy in the future. I can't handle these shocks.
I rejected his plea and walked away.
You said no? Oh, come on. If it were me, I would have rushed up and hugged him immediately. I'd give him a kiss and say yes. Lie?
We already said it was over. Should I go back on my word now?
It's not right. If you really love him, who cares about your word?
It's not about changing my mind. That's the easy part. The question is whether I even want to go back. Do you understand?
What difference does it make?
How do I know if he's done playing around? Nobody knows what's going to happen right now.
Fine.
Before I could sort through these tangled thoughts, a massive earthquake hit San Francisco. Instantly, the city plunged into chaos and panic as if the world were ending. In that life or death moment, his was the first face that flashed across my mind, even though my heart had grown cold toward him. But at the edge of life and death, past grudges suddenly felt insignificant. All I felt was a crushing worry for his safety, terrified that something might happen to him, and then right at that moment, the doorbell rang at the door. With a heart full of trepidation, I went to open it, only to find him standing there safe and sound in that split second. I was stunned to realize that all the resentment in my heart had vanished. The crumbling of the earth was a trial by fate, then our embrace after the disaster is the most fervent response to life itself. The bitterness has settled with the dust. For the rest of my life, I only wish to bask in the warmth of the sun with him, and I hope that all the lovers watching will find their way to a happy ending.